It is a truth universally acknowledged that a zombie in possession of brains must be in want of more brains. Never was this truth more plain than during a recent attack at Netherfield Park, in which a household of 18 was slaughtered and consumed by a horde of the living dead.
Ooh. Hey, by the way, that was an incredible reading.
Thanks.
No, but like of all the readings we've done so far, we do this every episode where we send each other quotes to start the episode with. That was like, you really got into that.
I know, it's like Vincent Price, isn't it?
It was like Thriller was playing and you just came on. You know, we've been doing this for a while and sending out each other quotes and like trying to throw each other or taking it a little bit seriously. And this one, it was a bit of both from me, but I did not know you were going to go the full Gothic read. We've had people message before saying, I'd love to hear Lisa do an audiobook, which I would agree to that. But now, that audiobook, I didn't know horror was your jam.
There we go.
My goodness.
Still surprising you.
Still surprising. Welcome to Into the Spooky Austenverse. I'm David Campbell.
And I am Lisa Campbell.
Yes, and we want to eat your brains this Halloween episode. So we're doing something fun for Halloween. It's one of our favorite holidays.
It is indeed.
Yeah, we celebrate it very hard in our family. We've done many a dress up.
Oh, we love a dress up.
Which we are rollicking towards at the moment. It's very, very busy in our house. But when we're coming about doing a show and an episode, I was like, well, what are we going to do? And of course, the Austenverse always provides
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
How cool. I did not know we were going to be doing this, but it's super cool that we've done it.
Oh, absolutely. Before we dive in to the undead, to an open grave.
Unpleasant.
Let's tell everybody where they can find us.
Okay, go ahead, Lisa.
You can.
Oh, no, can you please do it in the Gothic voice and stay in Halloween character?
It's so different. The voice is so different. I'm just slightly closer to the microphone.
Okay, go on.
Okay. I've forgotten my idea.
I can make sound effects.
Okay. Okay. On Instagram into, that's the numerical 2, Into the Austenverse. On TikTok. The tick and the tock of the clock. TikTok, Into the Austenverse. And on YouTube, Into the Austenverse. You can also email us at info@intotheaustenverse.com.
Blah, blah. Is that it?
That was, yeah, that was
really
it.
Getting into myself.
We saw that. We saw how much you like that.
Oh, as it was going on, I was like, I think I could be a Foley artist.
It was more like, you know, in Annie where they go to the radio station, like the guy next to Bert Healy.
Yeah. Hey, hobo man.
That was you.
We don't
yeah, just with your little tapped shoes. It was. I mean, look, who knows? Maybe sonically, it's going to be extraordinary.
Oh yeah, if people are listening to this with their headphones on, they've got the really expensive ones, as you would do with a podcast. The surround sound on that is just going to be chilling. I hope you're not listening to it at night, and I hope you sleep well.
Do you know what? That is 100% my goal. If we became the sleep podcast for people, if people
we do that.
We do that. If people put this on and went to sleep, that would just be, I would find that so lovely.
Look, we're still starting out, and I don't want to market us as please fall asleep to us into the Austenverse. But it's a quote, and if it goes on a billboard, so be it.
Yeah, I think the idea of being comfort is
the ultimate compliment, isn't it, for a podcast? I think.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to talk about Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, not written by Jane Austen.
Well, not written by Jane Austen,
but
yeah, I think she's credited.
Right.
Yes. So it is, well, the book came first.
Yes.
Do you remember the book coming out?
Yeah, I remember when it came out in bookstores, because we would go to bookstores and we would see it. It was a big sensation.
So it was written by Seth Grahame-Smith.
Great name for a novelist.
Yeah. And so he had written a bunch of books. You can look them up. I don't want to talk about it. Because if I say it, then I've got to put on the I've got to put on a different thing on YouTube.
Oh, okay. No, don't say it. We'll stick to the one. Seth, we're a fan of this one. Let's just say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Seth had been writing books, and his editor suggested that he find a property that was in public domain and zombify it.
Right.
So this is what he did. And it was written as, something that was going to have a little run. And in its first week, it reached number 3 in the New York Times bestsellers.
Amazing.
It's gone on to sell over 1 million copies.
And I can see why.
Yeah.
Because it does what it says on the tin.
Absolutely.
And I just love that.
It's a very, very clear concept that you get immediately.
And when we saw it back in the day, I wasn't an Austen head like I am now, but I was a zombie fan. We love zombies when we were first together. A lot of zombie stuff.
Yeah, there was. We were
playing video games. It was pre-Walking Dead, but we were zombieing, you and I.
It was not peak zombie.
No.
But it was on the zombie renaissance.
Yeah. Zombie renaissance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Yeah. So this is late 2000s. But yes, so as a fan of Jane Austen and as a fan of zombies, we can look at this today. So we're going to look at the success of this as a Jane Austen adaptation.
Right.
Then we're going to look at it as the success as a zombie film.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have just a quick look at, is there anything that we would want to take from Pride and Prejudice and Zombies and put into a traditional adaptation?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
That's real good.
So the book comes out in 2009, and obviously it's a sensation, and everybody wants to make it into a movie.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
And nobody wants to make it into a movie more than Natalie Portman.
Perfect.
So Natalie Portman becomes the producer and the star. So she is going to star in this.
Yeah, right.
And she gets a director involved.
Yes.
David O. Russell.
Okay. At that time, we didn't know was problematic or not.
Wasn't shouting so much.
Wasn't doing so much shouting at Legends.
So David O. Russell comes on board, writes the script. Natalie's going to star in it.
Great.
And then David O. Russell leaves the project because of scheduling conflicts.
Oh, well, David's going to David, isn't he?
Look, anytime I read the word scheduling conflicts, I think that's a lie.
Right. Okay.
Don't you?
Well, look, I don't want to criticize anyone who does have a scheduling conflict, but in showbiz, it does feel like often it's a code. It's like when someone goes on an emotional break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think,
It's Hollywood. It's a code in Hollywood.
Because if you're already committed, like there's been a press release, you're in Hollywood Reporter, you're in Variety as directing and writing this, you've written the script, and then there are scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
Come on. Actually, because David O. Russell is, I'm not going to call him a messy bitch who loves drama, but she does. And yeah, he's come out and said, there wasn't a big enough budget. It was budgetary issues. And so he left.
Let's circle back around to that later on with the film.
Okay. So then Natalie Portman continues as a producer.
Okay.
And continues to produce the whole way through.
Yeah, she's on the film credits.
But withdraws from being the star.
Okay.
So then Lionsgate, who have the property, go to Mike Newell, director of For Weddings and Funeral.
Of course.
They go to Matt Reeves.
Okay.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
So they're going to big names.
Yeah.
They don't say yes. Then, and this is a sliding doors moment, Mike White is announced as the director.
That would have been amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Can you imagine that world where Mike White does Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Oh, that would be incredible.
Yeah. So he's announced in the November. In the January, he leaves due to scheduling conflicts.
To be fair, he probably was on Survivor. That's it.
No, he was not. This is 2011. So maybe it was something to do with Enlightenment.
Oh, yeah. That's around the same time.
But again, he's signed. It just seems weird.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to give Mike a little more leeway because we love Mike.
We love Mike.
In Mike we trust.
But also, there's nothing wrong with leaving a project and blurring the lines of why you've left.
Absolutely
That's
not.
absolutely
If you
fine.
want to do that, go right ahead. We are here to support
There's
you in
no
your scheduling
judgment.
conflicts.
There is no judgment.
Exactly.
But, yeah. Anyway, so he leaves over scheduling conflicts. Then
Yes.
Craig Gillespie takes over.
Craig Gillespie.
Craig Gillespie, who I love, directed Cruella.
Yeah, we love Cruella.
Cruella's so good.
Cruella.
No one talks about it.
No one talks about it. This is, we're just going to pivot for a second.
Yeah.
Let's make this a Cruella podcast for just a minute. Guys, you've got to watch Cruella. The Emma Stone, it's on Disney Plus.
Emma Thompson.
And Emma Thompson. So there we go. In the Austenverse.
Mark Strong without a wig.
Always bald is better with Mark Strong. We keep saying it. This is a great, great film. The fashion is incredible. The music is fantastic. I really loved it. We watched it with the kids. Our kids
I've
loved
watched it a
movie.
lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
it's so good.
here we
Cruella's
that
amazing.
part of the podcast.
Craig Gillespie.
Craig Gillespie.
So Craig Gillespie's on board. Not for long.
Oh, God. Don't say scheduling conflicts.
Then
Please
they
say he's trapped under a cupboard or something.
Then they bring in Marty Noxon.
I'm not familiar with Marty Knox, am I?
Marty Noxon to write in the script. Marty Noxon was a lead scriptwriter on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Brilliant. Oh, that's perfect. That's
Yeah.
what you want. Fusion.
So she is going to write the script. She's going to rewrite David O. Russell's script. This is all going to happen.
Great.
And then it just doesn't happen that way.
Scheduling conflicts.
And then they bring in Burr Steers, who is the chap who is going to do the whole thing. So we don't know why Craig Gillespie left. Burr Steers wanted to bring it back to Pride and Prejudice because he felt as though it had sort of drifted away from it.
I would say under the hands of so many writers, that was very possible that it sort of lost the source material.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Burr has got it and he is the one
What do
who
you reckon
takes
Burr's short for? Burwood? Burston?
Bertram.
Bertram. Burstiers is a great name.
It's a great name.
You know, he's like the nephew of like Gore Vidal or something.
I did not.
Yeah.
Huh.
Related to Gore Vidal.
Good for him.
Yeah. But he's a good director.
He is. He's done some really good stuff. Yeah.
What, are you struggling because you can't find the good stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Igby Goes Down was good.
He wrote How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Rom-com stuff. We need that for Jane Austen.
Okay.
We didn't think this was going to be a movie review podcast, but you've listened to us in real time. We have completely pivoted, and welcome to our new podcast.
Okay. So Burr Steers is, as the nominative determinism creates, is now steering Pride, Prejudice,
He's
and
Burr
Zombies.
steering the ship.
Absolutely. He's Burr steering it. So by this point, we are many, many years in. We're like 7 years later.
We're going to start shooting this thing.
Yeah. And so shooting commences and they make the movie.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is a commercial failure.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I can understand.
It's a critical failure for a lot of it, like on Rotten Tomatoes stuff. It's quite low. But when you look at the reviews at the time, it's just really mixed. People are either hot with it and go, I'm just having a great time with this, or people are slamming it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a tricky one. I think that it very much, asked me to put a pin in the budget.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take that pin out. What did you want to say?
I felt watching the film, which we did for this episode, for me, I actually quite enjoyed this much more than I thought I was going to.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that's to do with the cast, which we'll come to soon. But parts that I didn't enjoy about the film, or where I felt like the film needed to be elevated, was probably in the direction and especially in the budget. You know, there were some things that looked very CGI matty that, you know, could have been a little bit better. There wasn't a lot of scope for some stuff. I just feel like in other hands and with a bigger budget, I think this could have been an absolute banger. But there are a lot of fans of this film online. And I lean more in the path of like, hey, this is fun. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I think that it's falling between two stools.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
It could be more fun if it was more schlocky.
Right.
Or it could be more fun if it had a bigger budget.
Yeah.
Right now, it's not achieving either of those things. And I think tonally it does the same thing. I know that Burr said that he wanted to make it absurd because he play it straight, that no one's hitting the punchlines, and so that it has that sort of like it's got to be straight and serious.
Yes.
And that's where the humor will come. I don't agree that works. So you said that it worked because of the cast.
Yes, I do think the cast.
Talk to me about who is in the cast and who you liked.
All right. So the cast is the fabulous Lily James, who I think is really great in this. Of course, she's in Cinderella and a lot of other properties too. She's really strong as Lizzie Bennet. She carries the movie. She's great. She's a star. Sam Riley, who plays Mr. Darcy. Now, I saw him. I was trying to think of what it was when we were watching Control.
I've had Love Will Tear Us Apart in my head.
Same.
Oh my God. He looks like Ian Curtis all the time.
And that was the thing that it didn't take me out of the film at all, because I actually do think he's really good in this, but his voice and everything is like, ooh, I'm feeling all Joy Division and yeah, he's great. Then we have Australia represented. Bella Heathcote as Jane. She's lovely in this, and star of Neighbours.
There we are.
We love that. We love our Neighbours stars. Wickham is played by Jack Huston, who's the grandson of John Huston, which is a good little Nepo thing in there. I like that. Nepo grandbaby. Then we get into really fun supporting British cast like Charles Dance as Mr. Bennet.
Charles Dance.
Not enough to do in this movie. I would have liked to have a bit more Charles Dance, because we're in the middle of, we've finished Game of Thrones here, haven't we?
No, but
we're in the middle of it.
We're in the middle, but they have saved the last dance. They have saved a little Charles Dance for us, and I wanted more. We all want a bit more. And when he does do his stuff, I mean, look, is he a Mr. Bennet? No. Not really, but he's wonderful and he delivers the lines beautifully.
He really does. Same as Lena Headey, who plays Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
Camp
with a patch.
Patch.
And Wilhelm, her little side guy there.
I've got stuff to talk about Wilhelm.
Okay, we'll get on to Wilhelm in a second. And of course, the lovely Sally Phillips, who plays Mrs. Bennet, who probably gets the tone right, I think, most, except for one person I'm about to mention.
Yes,
and
agreed.
It's Matt Smith.
For me, this is Pride and Prejudice and Matt Smith.
Right, go on.
Matt Smith is the reason you need to watch this film more than anything else.
Couldn't agree more.
He is Mr. Collins. He is spectacular.
Yeah.
Constantly funny.
So funny.
Constantly truthful.
Constantly playing against the type as we know Matt Smith as. So if you're a Doctor Who fan, he's your Doctor, great. But if you're a Crown fan, or, you know, he's just been in a new Darren Aronofsky film.
And he's Game of Thrones land now.
Yeah, exactly. He's so funny playing against type. At one stage, he does look down the barrel of the camera. He breaks the fourth wall. He doesn't care. I love the fact he doesn't care. But he is, I mean, can we just talk about is it the Netherfield Ball?
Yes.
Where he starts dancing?
Spectacular.
Honestly, now, okay, let's draw it in now. If we have, which we voted on before, that Tom Hollander was up until now our favourite Mr. Collins. Now in comes zombie Matt Smith. Well, he's not a zombie in this, but here come the zombie of Matt Smith, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies with this. It's a Collins off all of a sudden.
I'll even go that I think Matt Smith is better than Tom Hollander, because I feel a lot of sympathy for Tom Hollander's Mr. Collins.
Yes.
And I don't feel the obsequiousness of Matt Smith is so good. I love him in it. I think he is my favorite Mr. Collins.
This is shocking.
It is. I do feel as though when you're looking, because he's handsome, maybe he's too handsome, it sort of goes into that almost like Mr. Elton world where he's like the handsome pastor. But I do feel as though there is a world in which I was wishing he was Darcy or Wickham.
He would have been an amazing Wickham. In fact, I think he could have been a better Wickham, but I know he can do that sort of bad guy chewing the scenery thing. It gave me much more pleasure watching him go against type. Yeah,
what I'm saying is I would like to see Pride and Prejudice and Matt Smith with him playing all of the roles.
Like when people want the Muppets.
No, it's just Matt Smith playing Mr. Darcy and Matt Smith playing Mr. Wickham and Matt Smith playing Mr. Collins. That's what I want.
Okay, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
We can't make that happen.
No,
by
we
the
can't.
way.
But I would be happy with that. Suki Waterhouse is playing Kitty.
Yes.
And this makes me, the second time, and this was early in her career.
Yes.
But this is the second time that we've had a Kitty ascension.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we had Carey Mulligan playing it in 2005, and now we've got Suki Waterhouse. I think we need to look to the Kitties. Look in the Kitty for who you're going to see as your next big star.
Look to the Kitty, everybody. That is the Austen way.
That's it.
I guess what you were suggesting before we got into the cast is the two camps this falls into, particularly as a film. I mean, the book has its own thing, but whether this is a good Austen adaptation and whether this is a good zombie film and whether they both come together. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Okay. Coming to it as a Jane Austen adaptation,
mm-hmm.
I was surprised at how faithful it was.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how much of particularly the dialogue, was within it. So for those of you who haven't seen it, generally, the first 2/3 of the film pretty much go along as you would expect.
Yeah.
So the Bennets are the Bennets. Mr. Bingley comes in, Mr. Darcy, we're going on as normal. There is the Meryton Ball, there is Netherfield Ball. We're going along as normal. Mr. Collins comes in and we go to Rosings, and it's just the fact that it's also happening in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
So they are trained martial artists and they are fighting and polishing their rifles. It's Mr. Wickham who changes things up.
Yeah.
And that's where the story starts to deviate slightly. And then it goes into more, even though it does continue some of the same trajectory, it sort of goes into more of the zombie world. The militia are there, of course, to fight the zombies as opposed to the French.
Ooh, hadn't thought about that. That maybe the French were the zombies all along.
We've got one listener in France.
Oh, yeah, no, we do appreciate our one French listener. I would agree with that. I think that it was surprising to me how economical it was with the Austen text to fit it all in and hit all the major points.
Yeah. So like even when they're doing some of their training, the Bennet sisters are doing their training, and you've got Mary giving the speeches that she gives about, the definition of vanity and pride, and she's fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
Or in the first proposal with Darcy and Lizzie.
Great. That was actually a really good scene.
Yeah. And again, I would prefer that and Lizzie's reaction to that, which is to fight Mr. Darcy and break a footstool.
It was kind of hot too.
I would prefer that than her going to kiss him.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you are a fan of a Darcy jumping in a lake with a shirt on, that is also...
They do put that in.
They do put that in, which I think is a lovely nod.
Oh, yeah. It's completely crowbarred in, but it's fun.
It's fab. But I also want to touch on the fact that for me, as a zombie film, it did not go far enough. However, it sets up the lore really well. Like that first 5 minutes was like, this is what happened. This is how the zombies are. And this is where London is and that sort of stuff.
Could not disagree more.
Oh, why not?
Because I don't think it does do that. It sets up that we're in this world, and they do this, which I think is very winning, the sort of Georgian pictures, their sort of caricatures and stuff. I think it works really well. The stuff that I don't like is the fact that I don't feel as though the rules of engagement for a zombie film have to be very specific.
Yes.
The rules of engagement for any horror film have to be very specific.
That is true.
So you have to, Dracula, he can be invited in. Garlic, crucifix, stake it through the heart. You need these things. It needs to be specific. Zombies, they could be fast zombies. They could be stupid zombies. They could be half an oaky mushroom like The Last of Us. You need to have specifics. And this doesn't. You've got some zombies who are like normal zombies. You've got other zombies who haven't eaten any human brain yet, so that they are not zombies
fully
yet.
turned. They're at church, acting normal.
Do they know that they're zombies?
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got, here are the spoilers.
Oh, by the way, yeah, spoilers abound.
Yeah. Wickham is also a zombie, and he's trying to find a zombie army. What is happening there? So is he trying to... So there's a subplot where Wickham is...
The Antichrist, question mark?
Well, is he the Antichrist? But then also...
Was he just calling himself that?
But there's the extra thing of the discussing whether zombies should have rights. And,
well...
and so there's this what are the rules of when you become a zombie? How does this work? He's
politicizing zombie life. Obviously everyone deserves rights. Not sure about zombies though.
And is he the Antichrist? Are those the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just feel as though that part of it does not work for me.
And I think that was tacked on because that's not in the book, I don't think.
Yeah.
But in the book, did you know that Charlotte Lucas is infected by the plague? And
the plague or the zombie plague?
Well, it's a zombie plague.
Yeah.
So she's infected with it. And so she starts to become a zombie, but she wants to marry Mr. Collins. So she's trying to hide it the whole time, which is a great. Why wasn't that in this?
That's great.
Yeah, that's a really great plot that's not in this. I guess for me, when I think of zombie, and by the way, you have never been hotter since you were describing vampires and zombies. That was hot.
Right.
It was really
who
great.
knew? Because
you just rattled it off. I'm like, that's why we're married. It's just the best. But for me, a zombie film, yes, it should be frightening, but I like zombie films because they have an element of fun to them. Even if you go back to the George Romero one with the brains and then moving along, or this, as you said, the speed of the 28 Days Later, or Edgar Wright and Shaun of the Dead, which is the peak.
This is it. And that's the problem. Is the fact
or
that,
Sam Raimi even, who did Army of Darkness.
Yeah. And this is the thing, that when you go, and because you mentioned Shaun of the Dead, I mean, Shaun of the Dead is perfection.
Exactly.
And it's a perfect comedy, but it blends the humanity and the world, which is not the world that we're expecting to see a zombie apocalypse in, but giving us that and seeing our heroes and heroines fight through that is incredibly exciting and fun. Whereas with this one, I feel as though we just don't quite get it. I've got a theory as why it doesn't work.
Go on.
Okay, I feel as though tonally it doesn't work because Burst Ears said that. Oh, is that was a steer?
That was my steer.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
You're full of the.
I tried every episode.
I'm really impressed with this.
Well, you're not cutting them out, which is another thing. I'm pleased.
So Burst Ears had said, do you want to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Burst Ears, there he is, said the idea was to create this sort of alternate world where the pandemic has taken place and then stage Pride and Prejudice in it. It doesn't sound very funny, but because it's ultimately absurd, you play it straight. No one's playing it, hitting the punchlines and things like that. Well, for me, that is the problem because the central characters are completely doing what he's asked them to.
Which is kind of cool. I think that's in the book too. They just live in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, but they have to be heightened because you've got heightened characters who work much better than Mr. Collins and the Lady Catherines because they are slightly camper and they are slightly self-aware and knowing that they're playing the comedy.
Yes.
And that works well. Whereas and that works within the Austen world, they do the same thing within the Austenverse too. With the Lizzie and Darcy world, if you keep them straight, in the Austenverse, they are playing straight and we are seeing human characteristics and those sort of things, which is juxtaposed against the camp. But once you put them into the heightened universe, it changes the film.
Yeah.
And it feels constantly that you're jarred between these two worlds. And I don't think that Sam Riley or Lily are at all funny in it. And it just doesn't work for me. I feel as though Sam Riley's too dark. So he's not winning as a Darcy. He's not winning as the hero of this world. For me, it just doesn't deliver in the same way that Shaun of the Dead does.
And I get what you're saying, absolutely. But for me, I guess that's in the edit. I felt like sometimes scenes were cut short where if we had a couple of seconds here and there could have been more of a breathing room for the laugh to happen. But it's trying to obviously shave time because I feel like they were running out of budget. And because of all the complications in pre-production to get this movie on, it just feels like the end product is slightly rushed and hampered by its own, whether that's a budgetary thing, whether that's a script and there's too many like cooks on that script. It just doesn't quite fly. That being said, I did enjoy it. That being said, it's a romp. I mean, if a teenage kid wants to watch this, I think it's really fun. It's not too gory. It's not too out of control. There's a couple of head blasts and things like that, but nothing that would scare them or keep them up like a Walking Dead or anything like that, or Night of the Living Dead. But yeah, I mean, if we're going to be serious about it, no, it doesn't quite work. And it just needs to have a bit more of a wink in its eye. And it doesn't always have that. And that would make it so much better.
Yeah. I wish it was lighter.
Is it a feminist masterpiece? Not a masterpiece, but is it a great feminist storytelling? You know, they've got, you know, cutlasses and...
No. I mean, is Lara Croft a feminist hero?
Is Lara Croft a feminist hero is the next question I had for you.
Well, no, because it feels very much through a male gaze. And so therefore you can't win a fight without a close-up of a heaving chest. Like, okay. Yeah. So how do I feel? Is it a feminist masterpiece? No, it's not.
Anyway, well, apart from that,
I sound like such a downer on this.
No, you're not a downer because we had a good time.
I found it more enjoyable than I thought. No, is that true? I felt as though it could have been better.
Yeah, I think it's watchable, but it could have been better. And I can see why it's got a legion of people who are loving it online. For me, if you'd had a director that really knew how to do coordinated stunt fighting with the camera work to have way more zombie stuff going on in there and then keeping it in the way it is, I think it would be great.
Or not, or make it lo-fi.
Right.
I mean, you don't have that on Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, or Evil Dead.
Yeah, you have it much, much more lo-fi and special effects makeup as opposed to now we have a fictional bridge blowing up.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're on horseback. Like, we don't need that.
No, we don't.
And I feel as though I would have been happier with it to be more basic, and I think that it will be more winning. But, you know, what are we going to do?
That being said and done, it's Halloween and you want to watch an Austen, watch this one.
Yes. I mean, yes, absolutely.
You know, there was 2 other books as well, obviously around the same time. There was Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters.
That I would love to see.
That would be incredible. Let's get the budget. Come on, Hollywood. Are you listening? Netflix, let's go. And I think this was made into a movie, but Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, which I've not read or seen, but now I'm kind of curious to do that. Also, in the books, there's a prequel and a sequel.
Is there?
There's a prequel.
Well, we stopped watching it. You know how it turned off?
Yes.
There's a mid-credit sequence.
Foolish. We're Marvel fans.
I know. So Mr. Wickham, remember, he wasn't killed. He only got his arm chopped off.
Oh.
So he comes back one-armed with the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So I think they were setting it up for there to be a sequel.
Oh, no, and they didn't get there because it flopped. Well, that sequel would have been called Pride and Prejudice Dreadful Ever After. And the prequel, which would have been following Lizzie and how the plague got in, and it is a book, and it's called Pride and Prejudice Dawn of the Dreadfuls. So, you know, if you want to be complete, if you have read all 3, let us know.
Yeah, and look, maybe I'm being cruel.
No, because we're deep diving into it. We enjoyed it. It's just that what we do here is like we need to dissect things. And when you do dissect it, you start to see the holes and the holes get bigger and then you interrogate everything.
One of the things, going back to Wilhelm. Mm-hmm. So Wilhelm.
Oh, yes, Wilhelm.
That was, for me, that was an absolute lost opportunity. Why didn't Lady Catherine fight her?
It would have been amazing. That's the fight I wanted to see.
Yeah.
The eye patch and just absolutely the fight I wanted to see was Lena and Lily go at it.
Yeah.
That would have been peak.
Yeah, but instead we got Wilhelm, her henchman.
And he's not in the books.
No.
Who cares?
No.
I don't care about you, Wilhelm.
No.
Wilhelm? No, thank you. Willie? All right.
One thing that Sam Riley describes himself as.
Oh, yeah.
Because costume-wise, I quite enjoy it.
Yeah. It's very leathery. Yeah. Sexy.
Well, he referred to himself as Gestapo Darcy.
Oh, Sam. Wow. This is 2016, by the way. Can we just say it was a different time?
He's in a leather frock coat.
God, let's not have that adaptation, please, dear God.
Oh, steady on, no. Yeah, and look, is Mr. Wickham the Antichrist? I think it's a stretch.
It's a stretch that he's the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I did enjoy it. I like a lot of it, though. And Sally Phillips is hilarious in it.
She would be a wonderful Mrs. Bennet.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that if I'm going to take anybody into a new adaptation,
Go on.
I would obviously take Matt Smith and Sally Phillips.
I'd throw in Bella. I reckon Bella could transfer again.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bella Heathcote transfer again.
Yeah, into another Jane.
Into another Jane. I'd like to see it, give it a real proper go.
Yeah. And Lena Headey as Lady Catherine is camp.
Catherine was so... Lady Catherine de Bourgh with an eye patch and a sword. Oh.
But also a hot Lady Catherine.
Yeah,
Why
it's
not?
different. Why not? Nothing in the text says she's not a hot.
Yeah.
Not a hot. Not hot.
Yeah. There you
All
go.
right, Lady Catherine de Hottie. Well, that is it for this episode. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to
And
you.
happy Halloween to everybody out there. And thank you so much for listening and liking and sharing. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.